Oh guys, 2021 is here. I am so glad that you're here with me for my first video of the year. I want to talk today about building a business with your creativity. And you know, just saying that probably sounds completely overwhelming and scary for a lot of you. I know that it did for me. I know that it still does for me some days. And the thing I want to remind you of is that what I really mean is, like, how do we make this the most simplistic thing possible for 2021 so that you don't feel like you're just spinning your wheels in the wrong direction, that you're taking away the creativity side of it, that you're just focusing on all the boring crap that you don't want to do. Like, what I'm talking about is, how do you do things that allow you to make some more money right away so you can just keep creating more. I want to talk really about what I think the first 3 steps are to building your own creative business in the most simplistic way, right? And the first of those 3 things is just you. What's the feeling that you're chasing after? This is something that we miss. This is something that it took my coach reminding me and teaching me about for me to understand, you know, and for me to know what feelings I was going after. Like, okay, I know. I get a little like ooey gooey here. What do I mean? So if I say, hey, I want to build a business, right? Or I say, I want to build a business that's fueled by passion and experimentation and creativity. And that's my goal, like right now, right? Fueled by passion, creativity, and experimentation. Then I know, okay, those 3 things are like a big part of like what I'm trying to do here. Is that if I'm not being creative, if I'm not being passionate about it, if I'm not experimenting and trying things and potentially failing, then I know that I'm not doing it right. So set that expectation up for yourself. Find out what the feeling is that you're going after. So we don't have to like just chase after these vanity metrics and these numbers that will never, you know, once we hit them, we'll just move on to the next thing, right? As soon as you get 1,000 followers, then you'll want 10,000. As soon as you get 10, you'll go on 100. You know, start with the feeling, because when you're chasing that feeling and you're getting the feeling, then you're getting more rewarded. And that is so much more of a worthwhile existence as a human being than just chasing after arbitrary numbers, right? Number 1, think about and go after, set a goal based on the feeling that you want to chase, write it down. Number 2, get real clear on who you are. And this is difficult sometimes because it's like, well, I know who I am. I'm an artist. I make this thing, or I do this. No. Like, what is it that you believe in? What are you trying to say? And if you may be telling me like, well, I don't know what I'm trying to say. I get that. You know, I think we blindly just make things sometimes without digging into the heart of what it is that we're trying to get at. But you need to be aware that if we're not getting to the heart of what it is you're trying to do, it's going to be really hard to get people to connect to it. So what's the heart behind what I'm trying to do? Well, number 1, I'm trying to stand against the people that are teaching you to sell something that isn't worth any money. The people that are teaching you to go and run Facebook ads on something that, like a Spotify stream or your Instagram thing to grow followers, when when you don't have anything in place to make any money. And you may say, well, Lennon, I'm playing the long game on the Spotify thing. Like, that's what I've been told. Listen, when you're making a fraction of a cent per stream, and you may make $4,000 on 1 million streams, or you're making, you know, $10 on this measly portrait that you're painting, and it takes you 4 hours, this is not something that is sustainable for you as a business. And what's going to start to happen is you're going to run against the wall for so long that you feel like it's impossible and you're going to burn out. Not because you don't have what it takes, but because you had the wrong information and the wrong foundation in place. The foundation starts with believing in something and figuring out what that is, and then speaking for that thing. When you speak for the thing that you believe in, then you start to see the problems that you're actually trying to solve as an artist, as a creative, right? And when you go after those problems, you can mine into them and create artwork that causes people to get excited. You can create products that really help the person that wear them or that hold them like identify as a part of a tribe. You can create stuff that is like memberships and communities and courses and all these other things that all revolve around things that you're like passionate about and that you really believe in and that you know stuff about. And you can make these things alongside your art that really mean something. I just feel like the arts world is so far behind in some ways. They want to just make some paintings and do some things and like throw their music out there and expect that some like hobnob big shot dude is gonna roll in and take over and make it all work. What I'm saying is like, you could be making some stuff work now and making more money than what you realize. You really could, if you just took the time to figure out what it is you're trying to say. So that's number 2. And then number 3 is really about honing in on the person that you're trying to solve this problem for. What are they all about? And figuring out how you can solve this problem. And I know you're like, well, art doesn't solve a problem. I completely disagree. I think great art solves a problem. If it's standing against something, then there's an opponent. That opponent becomes the problem. We're solving a problem by standing against something. We're identifying as something. And you can even create things that, depending on what your person is struggling with or dealing with, that they identify with within the art, you can create a product that goes along with the art. So my wife did this. She does art for mothers, and she created a workshop where these moms go through it, and it helps them to overcome their issues with self-identification as mothers, their struggles with societal norms and what society says about them, and they get to figure out what their base level of being a good mother actually is. It's a very simple process, something that my wife dealt with, and she took that knowledge and she turned it into a workshop, and it's serving women so well. They walk out of there excited. She still makes her art alongside it, and it's this beautiful little business that's running. And she's making more money as an artist than she ever has. It's so cool, guys. So number 1, make sure that you're coming up with a goal that defines you as from a feeling perspective. Number 2, identify who you are and what you believe in. And then number 3, identify this person that you're trying to solve a problem for. Figure out what some of those problems are, what you're naturally good at, and how you can start to make those things work. So I built a course that helps you do this exact thing, and I'm so excited about it. It's why I haven't made videos in a few weeks, and I've made it really affordable, and it's based off of something I've been putting together for the past year, and it walks through everything from those 3 things all the way down to how do you start to develop products? What are my options? How do I price an offer? How do I build an email list? And how do I make this email list actually buy stuff? And then I have mapped out a full 2-week checklist. Here's what email 1 needs to say. Hits all these bullet points. Here's what email 2 needs to say. And this is an entire 2-week promotional strategy that you can use when you launch your album, when you launch your product, when you launch your workshop, when you launch your membership, when you launch whatever it is that you decide to do. So it walks you through identifying yourself, identifying your ideal person, starting to reach that person. And then we walk through content strategy and email strategy and promotional strategy and sales strategy, and then a 2-week full-blown checklist, check it off the box thing to get you out the door and running. And I did this in a way that I was like, what would I, based off the thousands of dollars that I've spent to do all this stuff and figure all this stuff out, what does a creative need to just get started? Because all the other stuff is way too big, right? What's a creative need to just get going? And that's what this course is. It's called Creative Business Basics. Creative Business Basics course. I'm so excited about it. You get a free 30 days inside a membership community if you want to join that. And it's going to be small at first, which is even better because the membership community is all about one-on-one meetings. So you're live in a Zoom call with me twice a month. And That way you can get your questions answered as you're going through the course. You also get tons of bonus content. There's 7 hours worth of content inside the course. And I'm telling you guys, I'm so flippin' pumped about this thing, and I'm so excited. And not to mention, you get a 30-day money-back guarantee, because I am just so sure that this is gonna help so many of you that if you don't like it, I'll just give you your money back. Like, I don't even care, because all I wanna do is help you to see your worth. I wanna help you see what you can do as a creative and open your mind to what the real options are outside of our little bubble that is the creative industry, that is the arts industry, okay? So come check it out. CreativeBusinessBasics.com, CreativeBusinessBasics.com. We'll see all the information there. Come check it out. Come be a part of it. See what you think. Sending you guys love. I'm back. I'm pumped. Let's kick 2021 right in the keister and make some moves.